Alright guys, welcome back to another review. Today we're doing a review of the Hot Toys MMS 212 Iron Man 3 Heartbreaker. So, just received this guy the other day and gotta say I'm really impressed with him right out of the box. I did come to get this piece. It's something I had my eye on for a while, but I didn't really want to spend the money for him because he's kind of pricey. However, got lucky. Buddy of mine got a coupon for a sideshow, and he was of the mind to pick it up as well, and did, and was kind enough to hook me up as well. And he threw one in the cart for me, and we made it happen. So big shout out to Death Asylum on the Sideshow Freaks for hooking me up, getting me this awesome figure. Thanks a lot, buddy. So getting into it, again, I had this guy on pre-order initially, and I didn't end up picking it up. I guess there was some other figures that I thought were more important at the time, and with the smoking deal 50% off, I couldn't pass on this any longer. So I'm glad that I didn't. Just gonna go ahead and zoom in on some of the details of this figure. It's an extremely unique suit. It's kind of like a artillery suit, I think they class it as. Has a very samurai looking helmet, very angular. There's a lot going on, a lot to see. You can see in there the arc reactor's got some unique look to it. It's like double layered, and you could also see that there's some extra lights coming out even outside the unit itself, around the arc reactor there, and then also up in there, which is unique to this armor, and that's on both sides. You'll also notice while we're zoomed in here the scuffing that you see on the armor and the gold, and then the gunmetal areas. Also up on the shoulder there, you can kind of make out it's not only scuffed, it's got like a darkening effect too, to show wear and use. Really nice details on this. And he comes with the flight stand, the standard one. It does not light up, but it is great for flying poses, which this figure looks great doing. This is kind of like, looks sort of like the arrival scene when he first shows up in Iron Man 3 at the end. Show you the figure 360 all the way around. Back of the armor is very unique too. It's got these vents, and it's got that bracing that holds that massive arc reactor in place. And again, the detail goes all the way through. The scuffing on the armor, the wear in the vents. See right there on the elbow too. Really nice details. The knee articulation. It's a standard double jointed knee, but you could see there's a lot going on there. It's not just a standard knee, because you could see there's multiple layers upon layers of how the piece comes together. All these brackets, really nice detail on that. And you can see how this collapses in as you bend the knee. So there's a lot of working parts to make this bulky suit come together. Big bulky feet, so it's a very heavy artillery suit. Most would classify it also as the leader of the Iron Legion in Iron Man 3. It's a unique piece. I do recommend getting this if you're an Iron Man collector. It's different than any other suit. There's nothing else quite like it, unless they come out with, I think it's the tank version, which is got a lot of parts that this one has, but in a different color scheme. But a really awesome looking armor. That arc reactor is pretty amazing looking when it's all lit up. Did have one minor issue with the figure. If you'll notice over here, I don't have this one lit up, and it's because the screw cover, well, actually the head of the screw itself, was kind of stripped. That's not focused. There we go. So that was unable to release, unfortunately. Not something I did. That did come out just like that out of the box. And if you notice, it's kind of inset. See how deep it's in there? Which is not correct. Basically, they buried the screw in there and then wore off the edges of the head of the screw, so you can't get a grip on it. If you look at the other one on the other side, it comes right up to the edge. It's flat with the surface, so you can see what happened there. At the factory, they buried the screw in the arm. I'm gonna have to look into getting a replacement for that. It's unfortunate. But aside from that one QC issue, the figure is stunning. I'm really happy I got it. Very happy. It's very unique looking armor. He doesn't come with a whole lot. Like I showed before, it does come with this flight stand, which I do like. It's got that whole of armor look. There's not much as far as detail goes. I mean, it doesn't light up, but there is minor wear on the vents. Very light dry brushing. But standard, any of you Iron Man collectors will recognize it and know exactly what it's about. And we also got the few extra sets of hands. So what we have here is the articulated hands, which has become a staple. It's standard with the Iron Man figures. Ooh, that's not even it. It's this one here. So it's got the articulated joints. Everything's nice and tight, very tight actually, which is good. And you can shoot the blast through there. It's a see-through. Then this is the repulsor blast hand. You see it's at an angle, so you can get those poses going on. And then the fist, which you'll notice it's colored in, so you can't use the light up effect on that. But still very nicely sculpted. Unique hand sculpt for this figure. And that's what it looks like when it's all lit up. Pretty nice look. And you got to kind of angle it just right to get the light shining through. But yeah, that's it. That's the Heartbreaker Mark 17. Awesome piece. Do recommend picking it up, especially if you can get a deal on this guy. Totally worth it. Very unique looking armor for your whole of armor if you're collecting them all. If you are, you probably already got this guy, but for a lot of people, this might be just a unique armor that's worth having in the collection, and that's kind of how it is for me. I've only got a few armors, and I just want to briefly bring in one of my others. It's actually my favorite, which is the Mark 33 Silver Centurion, just to show you kind of like what they look like together. Both pretty bulky suits. And with the flight stands, you could have the whole setup with them coming in and recreate the scene with the house party protocol. They look great together. So definitely highly recommend picking this up. If you're an Iron Man collector, you most likely already have this in your collection. This is not a new review. Obviously, this figure's been out for a while now. So, but he is still in stock at a bunch of places, so he is available. Again, if you can catch a deal, or if you really like the Heartbreaker armor like I do recommend picking it up. And until next time, guys, thanks as always for watching.